to see more clearly through the kind of illusions or delusions, misunderstandings we might be playing out in our head, the stories that we might play out, and try to connect to the truth that is within us and all around us. So we're taking from this concept of Vidya in Sanskrit, which means clarity. And me and my friend have developed this 3D yoga to support these practices to see a little bit more clearly. So the 3Ds we'll be exploring today is, number one is decelerate. So slowing down what might be going unnecessarily fast, moving more with the pace of nature, which is medium to slow. Second D is de-aggravate, softening what might feel quite tight or tense or can make us feel aggravated. And the third D is disentangle. So trying to move away from anything that might feel unnecessarily complex or complicated. So we'll theme these ideas through this practice and hope you enjoy. We're going to start lying down on the back of the body in constructive rest pose. And as you come back, feel free to take any movements to get you feeling a little bit more comfortable. Feet planted, knees pointing up towards the sky, and resting the palms very gently, a light tender touch on the abdomen. Take a few settling, grounding breaths. Inhaling through the nose and perhaps exhaling through the mouth. With every exhale, maybe there's a sense of letting go, de-aggravating and softening some of the tension through the body. Beautiful. And we'll slowly let the arms come down either side. And then we're going to keep the right foot grounded. Right knee stays pointing up towards the ceiling, but start to draw the left knee in towards the chest. We'll take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just starting to draw some very gentle circles with that left knee. So we can allow that knee to slowly draw away from you and then back towards the body, kind of moving in a clockwise direction. And decelerating, so resisting the urge to go unnecessarily fast, moving more medium to slow pace of nature. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, maybe you even start to extend the leg a little bit, find a little bit of movement through the back of the leg. Keep circling that left knee. We'll take one more breath in. And as we exhale, draw that left knee in towards the chest, interlace the fingers around the left knee or the left shin. And then maybe you stay here, or maybe you start to peel the head and the chest off the ground and start to draw the nose towards the direction of that knee. Waking up the muscles in the abdomen, we'll take a breath in. And as we exhale, maybe we stay here, or perhaps that right foot starts to move towards the front of the mat, a little bit more stretching and lengthening through the front of the right leg. Keep a gentle flex with both feet. Keep the head and chest lifted. One more breath in. Exhale, head and shoulders come down. Let the left leg go long, arms come down, and just take a moment in a Shavasana-like shape just to relax the whole body. Slow inhale. Exhale, letting go. And then we'll slowly rebend both legs. Soles of the feet on the mat, knees pointing up. And we'll do that whole sequence on the other side. So left foot stays grounded. Draw the right knee in towards the chest and start to draw some circles with that right knee. This can sometimes feel quite like a nice little massage for the low back area. And as well as almost like a conditioning movement for the right hip. Nice. And maybe you change the direction of the circle. Some people even like to extend and just kind of explore the space above you, around you with that right leg. And disentangling from something, from things that might feel overly complicated. We don't need to overcomplicate this movement, just moving in a way that feels nourishing for you. Take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Interlace the fingers around the right knee or the right shin. You might stay here. Perhaps the head and the chest lift. Knee draws in towards the direction of that right knee. And you might stay here, or maybe that left foot starts to extend forwards towards the front of the mat. And you find that lovely stretch at the front of that left leg. Gentle flex with both feet. We'll take a breath in. And as we exhale, slowly lower the head, the chest, let the legs extend forward, rest the arms down either side of the body, take a breath in and a breath out. Lovely. And then we're going to slowly draw the knees back in towards the chest. So decelerating the movement, slow and steady. And then exhale, just allow the body to float off towards the left as you carefully come up into a comfortable seated position. Nice. And you can add a little bit of height underneath the bum, maybe a folded up blanket or a block here. And then we'll bring the hands on towards the knees or the thighs. And we'll start to move a little bit through the upper body. So starting to draw a few torso circles as we inhale, rocking or sliding the hips and the ribs over towards the left. I'm going to mirror you. And we slowly come forwards, over towards the right. And there might even be a slight rounding through the back as we lean back towards the back of the body. Let's keep that going with the breath. So really reaching towards the four quadrants here, forwards, backwards, side to side. And again, noticing if there's a urge or a need to go fast here and maybe slowing that down. You might even notice that the breath slows down as the movement slows. We'll take one more round in this direction. And then as we exhale, you have two options. You can either rotate the opposite direction, or sometimes if your lower back is feeling a little bit tight, it might just feel quite nice just to sway the torso from side to side. So almost like you're drawing like an S shape with the spine over towards the left and then over towards the right. That might feel quite a lot more soothing and nourishing for the low back. So we're always looking to check in and modify, adjust our practice so that we're moving in a way that's supportive of our relaxation. Let's take one more breath in. And then as we exhale, gently come all the way back through center. And then we're going to move into a tabletop position and just a good time to delayer. So if you've got socks or any jumpers on, just pop them to one side. Just going to quickly adjust my mic here. Take off my jumper. And if you're practicing on a particularly hard floor, then maybe I suggest having a blanket underneath the knees. Beautiful. Then we'll slowly bring the hands underneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. And we'll start to make our way into child's pose. So drawing the hips back towards the heels and letting the palms slide forwards, forehead comes down towards the earth. We'll take a breath in and a breath out. And as we inhale, we're going to start to work with the breath. As we inhale, lift the hips, come back into tabletop position. Exhale, pad the hands forwards, bring the hips forwards, lift the shins, lift the feet, and cross the ankles behind the bum. Take a breath in, press the ground away. Exhale, half chaturanga, bend the elbows, front body comes all the way down. Inhale, uncross the ankles, let the toes and the feet point backwards. Hands underneath the shoulders, lift up through the chest. Baby cobra, maybe a little bit higher. Exhale, slowly bringing the front body down. Let's keep going 2 more times. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Resist the urge to speed up. Exhale, gently, front body settles back down towards the earth. One more time, breathing in. Exhale out. Inhale, push back through hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose, balasana. Draw hips back towards the heels. Rest the forehead, the palms, and the arms on the ground. Take this moment to de-aggravate through the body, soften what might feel unnecessarily tense or tight. And start to connect back with that smooth, rhythmical breath. And we'll do that sequence one more time, a little bit different. As we inhale, come back up through tabletop. Exhale, hands pad forwards. Bring the hips forwards, lift the shins and cross the ankles, maybe the non-habitual way. Inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, bend the elbows. See if they can graze the sides of the rib cage as you bring front body all the way down. Inhale, let the legs go long. This time we'll reach the arms all the way back behind us. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Let's prepare for some back bends. Inhale, Shalambhasana, locust pose. Lift the legs, lift the chest, arms reach back. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften. You might even turn the head to one side as you bring one cheek down. We're going to do that 2 more times with the breath. So inhale, have a sense of the feet and the head reaching away from each other. Squeeze the bum. Exhale to lower with control. Maybe opposite cheek returns back down towards the earth. One more time, breathing in, lift and lengthen. Breathing out, soften. And as we inhale, hands come underneath the shoulders. Exhale, we'll push back through hands and knees. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And take a breath in and a breath out. And as we breathe here, can we find a shape that cultivates a sense of tenderness to the body rather than aggravating and tensing through the body? And let the breath be long and slow. Last breath in here. Exhale, we'll walk the feet together, a little bit together. Then as we inhale, shifting weight into your left foot, as we sweep the right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to nose, transition slowly. We'll place that right foot in between the hands, settle back knee down and untuck back toe. Inhale, rise up into your low lunge, arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, soften into the pose, relax the shoulders, soften through the jaw. Arms are active, breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms forwards and down. Left hand stays down underneath the left shoulder. We'll circle that right arm all the way back. Inhale, lift that right arm high. Right arm at 12 o'clock. Low lunge twist. Exhale here. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down. We're going to grab your bricks, hopefully of reaching distance. Take it to its lowest setting or middle setting, either side of that front foot. Inhale, press down through the bricks. Rise tall in the chest. Exhale, walk the bricks a little bit further back as we straighten through the front leg and flex that front foot. We'll do that 2 more times with the breath. Inhale to lunge forwards. Rise up through the chest. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split pose, straighten through that front leg. One more time. Slow down the movement. Disentangle doesn't need to be a complex pose. Let's forget about perfection. And next time we inhale, we'll lunge forwards. Exhale, place the bricks to one side. Hands come to frame the front foot. Inhale, tuck back toe, lift back knee. Exhale, let's bring that left foot to meet the right at the front of the mat. and fold over the legs. Inhale, press down through the feet. We'll rise up to standing. I'll spin around so you can see me. As you come up, just let the arms rise nice and slow. Process we call qigong, gathering what might feel overly tense, complex, overly speedy. And then exhale, flip the palms to face down and let the arms sail down in front of the body, smooth and slow. We'll take that one more time. It's almost like you're energetically gathering the capacity to live with a little bit more ease and fluidity, letting go of those stories that we constantly play out in the mind. And then exhale, just let the energy seal into part of the body that can carry that wisdom. Nice, a little bit different this time. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms high, palms might join above the head. Exhale, bend the legs, lead with the chest, fold forwards, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands slide up towards the knees, lift and lengthen upper body. Exhale, bend the legs and fold. Hands come down in front of the feet. Set one leg back, followed by the other. Downward facing dog. Press down through the earth to rise up through the tailbone. We'll take a breath in. And a breath out. And as we inhale, we're going to shift weight into the right leg. Sweep the left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Rise it as high as you can. Exhale, left knee to nose. Shift the weight forwards and we'll ping that left foot in between the hands. Settle down through the back knee and untuck the back toe. Inhale, sweep the arms forwards. Lift them up and overhead. Low lunge on your left side. Exhale to lunge forwards. Keep the arms active. Soften through the jaw. One more breath in. Exhale, we're going to sweep the arms down, forwards and down. Right hand stays underneath the right shoulder. Keep circling that left arm all the way back behind you and lift that left arm up towards the sky. Open twist over towards the left. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And as we inhale, left hand comes down. We're going to grab your bricks. Bring them either side of your front foot. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, walk the bricks back. Start to straighten through the front leg and flex through that front foot. But let's try and keep the pelvis nice and high here. Two more times with your breath. Breathing in to lunge forwards, bend into front leg. Exhale, lengthening through the front. One more breath. Slow and steady, moving more with the pace of nature, medium to slow. Exhaling, straightening and lengthening. This time a little bit different. We're going to inhale to lunge forwards, placing the bricks to one side. Exhale, hands come to frame the front foot. Let's come back into tabletop position. Nice and slow. Knees roughly underneath the hips, and we're going to bring the forearms down. So bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers wide. A few rounds of cat-cow with the forearms down. Inhale, lifting up through the chest and the tailbone, drop the belly button low. Exhale, ground down through the forearms as you round through the spine and drop the chin towards the chest. Two more times with your breath, breathing in. Lengthening through the front body, and then exhale. Rounding. A couple more times with your breath, and sometimes just changing the experience of a pose. Bringing the forearms down so the wrists can help to check in a little bit more. Returning back into the physical body. Let's take one more breath in. And exhale, breath out. You've got a couple of options here. If you're like, Tash, I'm quite done now, draw the hips back towards the heels and rest in child's pose. You want to add just a little bit of strength before coming into your relaxation. We're going to keep the forearms down, elbows about shoulder width apart. Then we're going to tuck the toes, press down through the forearms, and relax the head in between, something we call dolphin pose, similar to a downward facing dog. You're pressing down through the forearms here to really find that space and lengthen the spine. A few wobbles and shakes, absolutely normal. You might want to walk the feet a little bit in. We'll take a breath in and a breath out. One more inhale and then exhale. Drop the knees and tuck the toes and then come into rest in your child's pose for a moment. I quite like to flip the palms up, especially after in dolphin pose. It can feel really nice for the forearms to be in contact with the air instead of the earth. And soften through the shoulders completely. Take a breath in and a slow exhale out. Decelerate, de-aggravate, and disentangle. Slow down the breathing. Soften, tension, and simplify. Just using the breath and the body to be here. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly slide the hands back towards the knees and come to lie back. We'll come into just a few hip stretches as we come onto the back of the body before making our way into our Shavasana. So as you come back, you might be like, Tash, you know what? I actually feel ready to just be in stillness, in which case I invite you to go straight into your Shavasana from here. If you want to come with me, we're going to come into a happy baby. So drawing the knees in towards the chest. Start to bring the hands on top of the knees and then separating the knees out towards the direction of the armpits. And you might slide the hands down the length of the shins, flex through the feet and take a hold of each outer edges of each foot, or maybe just the ankles. If you've got a hold of the feet, flex the feet and press the heels away from you. And there's a slight sensation of the hands drawing the knees down towards the earth, but keep imprinting down through the low back, so pulling the low back down. So you're aware of the spine supported by the earth. Take a breath in and a breath out. You can make it into a little bit more of a happy baby. Maybe you just gently rock from side to side. That might feel quite nice. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly release the feet. Bring the feet down towards the earth and coming into your final relaxation. You can take the legs out wide. You can keep the legs bent. Hands can rest wherever feels most comfortable for you. And even after this short session of movement and breath awareness, just letting the light of your own understanding sink into mind, body, giving you the capacity to slow down, soften, and simplify aspects of your life. To see past the delusions or misunderstandings we might play out through to what is real and true. Let yourself rest here and breathe.
Slowly start to deepen your breath. Take a few grounding inhales and exhales just to kind of gently awaken the body. And then when you're ready, just bringing in a little bit of movement into your body. You might take a full body stretch. You might windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. Some yawns might feel quite nice. Then drawing the knees in towards the chest and just allow yourself to float off to one side. Lifting yourself all the way up to a comfortable seated position. And we'll just take a moment to sit and notice if there's any shifts or imprint of nourishment, support, awareness. And really allowing this to filter into your daily life to give you a bit more clarity and ease. Hands come together in the heart space, bowing the head down towards your heart, thanking you and your body for your practice. We'll end by taking one last breath. When you're ready, inhale fully, exhale fully. Thank you so much, everyone, for practicing. I hope you have a lovely, clear day in front of you. Think about softening, simplifying, and slowing down. I'm going to end the video now.